Hello everyone, welcome back to that Cyber Guy. Imagine this. You're not clicking links. You're not opening shady files. Yet your phone is hacked. This is terrifying reality of a zero-click attack. And although WhatsApp just patch one of the most dangerous examples we've seen, so we need to talk about that. So what is zero-click attack? In general, zero-click attacks are favored by advanced spyware vendors and often target journalists, activists, or high-value individuals. But anyone can be caught in the crossfire. So staying patched is your best defense. So in this video, we are going to learn more about zero-click, how it happened, and created the attack and defense chain. Now, are you ready to learn all about zero-click? Buckle up and let's get started.
Learn cybersecurity in no time.
Now we can go to our browser. What we're gonna do, we're gonna just click on, we can search for WhatsApp. Zero-click. Now from the Arcane News, you see, this was released 19 hours ago. Let's click on it. So I'm going to put that URL into the video description so you can just read it on your own. But what we are going to be focusing on, we are going to be focusing on the CVE number that they gave. So CVE stands for Common Vulnerability Exposure. As cybersecurity professional, it's very important to just read to the CVE. What it does, it explains, what the attack was about. So, WhatsApp was found this CVE right here. So, what it does, it's like for link devices sync feature. So, WhatsApp allows WhatsApp to just synchronize among multiple Apple products, Apple devices. So, what attackers do, they just use this as a way to just do their own thing. So the first entry point, how this attack occurs. The attacker send a malicious synchronization request disguised as a normal WhatsApp background process. And then the step two is the exploit. Because this authorization or synchronization was incomplete, there was no authorization check or authentication check. WhatsApp processes the request even though it's coming from an unrelated user. Now, if WhatsApp accepts it, so the payload will probably occur. So this is, when that request point to your phone to a malicious file, and then, like probably a picture, to the attacker's server, and then the attacker can just go ahead and just take control. Now, in order for this to be valid, there was another CVE, because this is why this is called a chain attack. So it's kind of like a start to finish relationship. So the other CVE number was this one. So this is the OS level exploit. So this is where it gets worse, because the malicious image, as I explained, that it triggers a second CVE, the second CVE number here, which is an Apple image IO framework. This causes memory corruptions and letting the spyware to be installed in the Apple product silently. Now, when two of the CVEs combine and completely successful, this is when you have a full device compromise. And once the attacker is inside, the attacker can read your message, access your camera and mic, and exfiltrate file without you even knowing. Because in the past, we often tell people, do not click on links or do not do this and that. With a zero click, you don't have that much control. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to draw.io. So please, if you don't wanna just if you don't wanna follow this, you can just go to the next chapter of this video. But I think it's very important, to see what's happening and then what should have been done. So we can just, for this first page, we can just call let me see if we can just give it a name. We're gonna call this the attack chain. All right, rename it. Now the first one, the attack is we're gonna just, what we're gonna do, we're gonna just this is the attacker, and then this is the steps. So all these steps are gonna be the step that the attacker gonna take, and the yellow gonna be all the exploit. So okay, now we can say that okay, let's say okay, the attacker exploit the WhatsApp bug CVE with the number just put it right here. All right. Just gonna, let me just go ahead and just paste it right here to remove the format. There we go. All right. So what the attacker probably gonna do now, like is pretend device. So I'm trying to just create a visual what this looks like, and probably the second one send the malicious file. Send message. You can say malicious send message. And then the other one, you can call this step 1, step 2. I can just connect everything together after, but you can just bear with me. Step 2. No, this just force WhatsApp to fetch the malicious content. Fetch the malicious content. So now let me just give them this color again. This is gonna be purple, and then this is gonna be yellow. Every purple is the step the attacker take, and then this is the explanation. I'm adding this so you guys can have a better understanding. There we go. Let's just connect them. We can connect all of them easier at the end. There we go. And step 2, the attacker force WhatsApp to fetch the malicious content. And then how the attacker do that, probably form an attacker controller URL. I feel like this yellow is different. Oh no, it doesn't matter, you guys get the idea. I'm going to just put all the yellows for the attacker, and then okay. All right, step 3, let's got the steps. And then I'm curious, in the comment you guys can just tell me what step I should have included into this diagram. Because this is the thing, what we are trying to do now in our videos, instead of talking about okay, some companies get hacked, but what about what they should have done. So this is the attack chain I'm making right now, and then after that we're gonna have the diagram that show the defense strength. So set the trigger Apple OS, because in order for this attack to work, it has to be successful both from the CVE number and then the CVE number. Now let's just get that CVE number. Oh, the same thing again. I will have to paste it right here so I can format it. There you go. Now the purple is gonna be purple again. Now let me just make this purple and it's gonna be yellow. There we go. All right. Now, what is the response for this? So if the trigger Apple OS bug, which is a CVE number. So malicious content. Okay. See, malicious content can exploit. Keep scrolling down, and then it is gonna be yellow. It's just connect all of them. All right. Now, step 4. I think we can just about five steps because we are trying to create an hypothesis right here. Step 4. If the executable, we can say execute the arbitrary code. I can type, but it's all good. And then the response is like, if it's successful, the attacker install the spyware. And then seal the data, because this was the purpose. Now let's just make it purple and yellow. Now we're gonna have, let's just go ahead and just add one last step. Let's call it step 5. Okay. Because once it's still there, what they're gonna do? Probably they're gonna want to stay there. We can say maintain persistence, something like that. Persistence. Oh man, I think persistence is wrong, but again, there we go, persistence. And then the last one gonna be, there you go, maintain persistence. And then yeah, because what they wanna do, even when they get in, they don't wanna steal the data and leave. You might just see that your phone, the battery is draining so fast. Yeah, you see that yeah, the way your phone is processing things kind of slow. Exfiltration, yeah, something like that. All right, cool. So this is all these steps. This is how how this attack can just be successfully done. In order for it to just be like completely done, all this step has to be true. Come on, there we go. And then we can just add one last one. Let's say okay, device compromise. Yeah, we can just put probably sorry face. Yep, device compromise, and just probably change this to red, like really red, like red. Oh man, red. There we go. Now you have like an idea. This is the attack. This is the way the attack happened. Like you see that there's no like no kind of authentication. There was no process in place to just kind of stop anything. Now to be honest with you, I'm not blaming anybody, but the purpose of this video is what had happened and how this could have been avoided. Now we can just call this let's call this one here. Okay, I have it heading right here. Let's see if I can put on heading right here. Okay. Please don't criticize me. You might be like, man, the diagram, they are not the best. I'm just, it's for learning purposes. Let's just call this an attack chain. Cool. Alright. This is the attack chain. There we go. Probably put it right here. Attack chain. Alright. I'm going to put them closer to each other because in the other side I wanna just do the difference chain, what should have been happening, how this could have just not only being avoided but in a way that mitigate, because there's no way, to be honest, in cyber that you can actually stop attacks, but what you can do is make it so hard that it's not worth it to the attacker to even try. All right, good. Right here, that just look kind of way better. Now let's just copy that heading. I'm going to probably copy and just call this the defense chain. So what could what they should have done to just stop this attack. So in the defense change, what I can do, I can actually copy this. Oh man, I want to copy. All right, this is the attack again. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna try to just make things green. The green gonna be like what the security control Apple or WhatsApp could have had in place, and then the blue gonna be like what this step, the definition of that security control. I think as I'm just moving along, this gonna make sense to you. All right, so let's see, defense one. I should have just called this attack one. Defense one. Okay, let's say that WhatsApp has a very strict authentication. Now that's a good one, because this is the thing. So whatever you give to user, this is what they can control. So regardless, it's in your code base. If you're just, for example, you're putting your secrets into your code, even though this is gonna be like an APK file, reverse engineering works. Whatever you provide to your user, this is what they can control. So now what we can do, we see that it's gonna be green. Let's see if we can find something green. There we go, green. And then, okay, this is the difference. WhatsApp, if WhatsApp had WhatsApp strict authentication, what could have happened? So we can just do something right here. Let's say that number one, in order for someone to just abuse anything, they would have to there will be a verification link device, send message, and then number two, a cryptographic proof. Cryptographic proof required. All right. Now this is those two. I know cryptographic is just the spelling. Thank you. All right. So now we can just make this blue. All right. So this is the definition. This is the first step. Now we can have if statement. Let's see if we can just add some if statement in there. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna try to add a label. Let me see if I can just turn that label right here. Okay. No, we can just remove this. We have to have a decision first. Let's have a decision. Now, it's the attack block. From the first defense, it's the attack block. So we're gonna put this yellow. Now, we can have a yes in this side. Yes in this side. Oh my. And then in no. Come on. And no in the other side. Now, okay, based on this, now I just connect this to make it just prettier. There we go. There you go. Is the attack blocked? Okay, yes. Oh no. Alright, good. Okay. Now if the attack block, good. If the attack block right here, and just put something like, okay, you can say that's so. And everybody's happy. Turn it green and go from there. Go home. Now, what if the attack is not stopped? So if the attack is not stopped, this is when we're gonna need the defense too. Alright. Alright, let's just change that color. Sorry, I'm trying to make everything on the same line. Fiction. If the attack doesn't stop, now defense 2. What defense 2 gonna talk about? So just think about it. Probably content or a domain list. Yeah. About list. But you can just put anything, because as a cybersecurity professional, okay, if this one just pass, that's fine, but if it's failed, so what is just second line of defense? Alright, so this is when you can let's just have another one right here. Okay, and have one. Only fetch from trusted the servers. And block unknown domain, like this can be like very tedious, like to have like kind of domain LLs, okay, if it's not from that specific domain, you're gonna block them. I mean, this can be like you're gonna have a long list of LR lists, to just go from there. But now you're gonna have the same statement as well. What if this doesn't stop right here, right there? What if it didn't stop? So we can just turn this yellow and then attack block. Just here, tell this attack block, yeah, attack block. It's gonna have the same statement again. Yes. Yes and no. Yes. And then no. Good. Oh man, that arrow doesn't wanna behave. See, he's doing his own thing. I mean, you need to behave. Because if you, okay, there you go. I mean, that's fine. Yeah. If it's stopped, you can just copy this and paste this right here, yeah? And if it doesn't stop, I'm going to copy this right here. But I'm going to change it. I'm trying to just save time. So if it doesn't stop, what we're gonna have? Just think about it. Probably defense 3. So in defense 3, what we're gonna do, because WhatsApp is already, do their own due diligence. Because as I explained, in order for this attack to work from the attack chain, it has to pass both the control from WhatsApp and control from Apple. All right, so defense 3. So now let's just target Apple. So what should Apple could have just had an Apple OS hardening. All right, and then Yeah, what could happen? Just probably patch, because sometimes you don't patch until the vulnerability is there. What we can do? Let's just okay. Oh, this is gonna be green. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Okay, we can have it just the first one can be patch the CVE with the CVE number for Apple. Okay, I think it was right here. Just copy it, because you know what that CVE say. See, you can just read through it, to see what's happening here. And then they have some GitHub repo. If you're curious, you can just go there and just keep reading, etc. All right, let's just go back to Jordan.io. You can just see patch. Okay, patch the CVE number, and then probably it kind of strongest sandboxing. Yeah. And the third one, kind of memory improvement. You can just like adding in the list what could have been like helpful. you know all right, let me. Oh my, this is too small. Okay, there we go. All right, you can just make this drag down here, make sure that everything is aligned. All right, but now you can ask ourselves the same question again. Let me see. I'm going to try this. If I can just copy all three. Oh, that's good. Everything works. So now, is the attack block? Yes or no? So if the attack block for step 3, okay. So if it is stop, you can just say attack stop. All right. But if it didn't stop, so we can just call this defense number 4. All right. So what defense number 4 will be? Probably hygiene. You can say user or device hygiene. Yeah. So what should I bring into that hygiene? All right. Let's just go down here. You can just think what do you think should I bring into that hygiene? You can say I can go with the basic enable auto updates. Is it for WhatsApp? And enable auto updates for iOS as well. For the iOS and Mac, because this is where the two affected component. Auto update. There we go. WhatsApp and macOS. I keep just my typing is. There we go. macOS. Good. Now we can see is the attack block. Now just make sure that everything is aligned. If it is a block, you can say yes, and then no. Okay. Yes. If it is a yes, the attack stop. If it is a no, so if it is we can just go ahead and copy this. Yeah, if the attack stop, because what we are looking for is for the attack to stop, right? So now we have all those use cases. So if it is a no, we cannot just keep going. Probably is a difference 5, because what I'm trying to do, I think we can stop at 5 right here, because the list can goes on, but because you have 5 right here, I want to keep this at 5. You can just say difference 5, and then we can call it probably a one-time exploit mitigation. Alright, so in this case, what we're gonna do, we can just go ahead and just add one right here. Gonna just select everything in it and then give this blue. There we go. So what should be in the one-time exploit mitigation? Probably block suspicious code. Yeah. Execution. And then one of my favorite thing is monitoring, because if you have a defense in place but you are not monitoring it, it's gonna be whatever your hard work or whatever hard work that you did gonna be in vain. So probably a one-time monitoring and detection. Now, after all this, what we can do, the last one probably gonna be greener than green. You can just say device protected. And then we can see the attack chain is broken. Now, as you can see here, this is like the two. Let me try to see if I can just minimize this. Control minus. Yeah, as you can see right here, this is a side by side. The attack, the attack chain and the defense chain. What happened, and then in the mitigation that could have been in place to mitigate this risk. Now, what I want you to do is think about this, and then in the comment, I'm kind of curious to see, if you will just add a different defense. This is this is according to my insight, but I'm open for any other insight. What they should have done more, to just even just prevent this from happening. Now, as a side note, what I will encourage you to do, if you were affected by this, if you're an iOS or Android, even Android user, what you can do, you can try to update your WhatsApp, update your latest Android or iOS, because this is as a user, this is the only thing that you can do, because zero click, you don't have to click on anything for it to affect you. So whatever is available within your means, you can just do that, and then to just avoid further threats. This attack shows how hackers can chain multiple flaws to bypass every safeguard you think you have. Now, I will encourage you to update both your WhatsApp and your Android or iOS devices. Share this video and help others to stay one step ahead. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, stay safe.